Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. The talk we're going to be listening to has to do with science, technology. Hey, I'm not the one who made this talk, but I'm going to be the one that's going to rip it apart. No, my camera ain't working too good, but this is a meter. Right here is a gauge that you stick it in water from a tap water or any water source that you want to put it in a clean glass, and it starts off with a green light, and your water is really bad, it will turn red. Now, I just took a test on my water, and I know my water was bad before I even bought this meter. My water is 143, and drinking this water, it upsets my stomach. I mean, it's bad. So, why am I using this illustration? Because I'm going to show by this talk, this meter will prove how bad Watchtower religion really is. This meter is going to prove from 0 to 143 or beyond that how this meter is going to prove Watchtower is really poison. Now, you're going to say that's impossible. Now remember, he's using in his talk about having something like this or something close to this to determine if a religion is good or deadly. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead get into this talk, and we'll take it from there.
Brother Smith has come to us from the Marshall West congregation this morning, so we welcome him. And the theme of his talk is "Come You Who Thirst for Truth." Brother Smith. I'd like you to pretend that you're in a desert. I'd like you to pretend that you're in a desert, and you're way back down almost deserted road. And the reason you're in this desert is you're a rock collector. You're looking for rocks. You hear there's pretty rocks in this area.
Okay. You're a rock collector, and you're going to the desert. Will you have all the equipment you need to make your journey, or even maybe other people, to have a pleasure time? Or would you be ignorant, not being prepared, and cause you to lose your life and others in your group if you're not organized? Now sit and pretend you're in this Kingdom Hall and listen to this talk. He's telling you, Watchtower, who's the one who wrote this talk, I'm going to be the interpreter. I'm going to break it down that you use your common sense, because when you sit in the chair, you just listen to his talk. You not comprehend when he's directing his eyes upon you. Are you mature enough to know what you're gonna be doing, or are you just gonna let someone say this is what you're gonna do, and this is how you fail, and you cost other people's lives because you wasn't properly prepared? Let's continue.
And your vehicle quits running. And we're talking temperatures 115, 130 degrees. We're talking the kind of weather that'll kill you if you don't have water. And of all things, you forgot water today. So you see the odds of somebody coming down this road very slim and decide that you need to go out looking for water. So you take out across this hot desert. The sun bears down on you. You keep going. The sun keeps bearing down. You keep going. And suddenly, you come up on a pool of water. In this system of things that we live in, the pressures of this system bear down on us. We keep going. We keep pushing on. And they keep bearing down. We go on. They bear down. But for many of us, we've had this opportunity. If you'll turn with me to Revelation 22, verse 17. It says, and the Spirit and the bride keep on saying, come, and let anyone hearing say, come, and let anyone thirsting come. Let anyone who wishes take life's water free. What is life's water? It is religious truth which encompasses God's entire provision for the salvation of those who love him. So it's religious truth, takes in everything Jehovah's put in place for those who love him, for their salvation. Now, if you're in that desert and you come up on that pool of water, it might kill you if it's tainted. So how do you figure it out? Well, you need to find the source of this water. And there's people who know how to do this. By just looking at the mountains and the arroyos, what we call dry creek beds, where the waters came from, how recently it has come down through there. And I don't know how to do it, but some people know how to tell if that's good water or not. Now, in this system of things, many say that they have religious truth, that they have the life-saving water. Matter of fact, there's over 39,000 professed Christian religions.
Now you see why I use this from the beginning. Why I tested my water. Because if my water was coming from Watchtower, it would be a bitter taste. It would be really bad for me to keep drinking it. Could it kill me? I don't know. I don't drink it every day. Now, I had accidentally drank it one time before. And I'll tell you one thing. Ugh. That's the reason I buy bottled water. Bottled water I get from Publix. I use this meter. It's registered about a 5 or a 6. And that's the water that goes through a machine, filters it, and everything to make it good. And plus it's cheaper too. But the thing is, he mentioned that almost like this machine, you can determine what religion is good for you. But also, this telephone has 2 features on it. Well, it has many features, but I'm going to bring out 2. One, it has the internet. You can find out about the area where you do your rock climbing. I imagine you might be able to find, well, rock finding. You could probably find information on that. Google Earth, you can find where your location is. with GPS, and you can spread out the map and see where's their water is. So you don't have to be going different directions trying to find water. So without this, you may have a problem. Now, sometimes it would be best to have a map that is not internet, but have it inside your phone, because you don't have no signal. You're able to use your GPS in the map. So that's something that this man don't bring out. So yes, we have the sources determine what religion is telling the truth. And like I said earlier, if Watchtower was liquid or water or my water, it would be harmful for me to drink it every single day, even with this meter. And by using the internet, I am able to use that and this meter to determine how deadly Watchtower is. Every single lie, every single cover of child molesting, it's like polluting the water more and more and more. More stuff that we find, this meter will keep going up and up and up. When we get to a certain point, if Watchtower was water, or life-saving water, every human being on this planet would be dead. Because there's so many lies, deceits we have uncovered to prove how deadly they are. So let's continue with this crazy talk.
Now, does it make sense that God would give us 39,000 choices? So we need to figure out what is the true religion. Because if we make the wrong choice, it will result in religious defilement, spiritual neglect, and eventual death to the worshipers.
That's true.
The responsibility for extending the invitation to come was Jesus' anointed followers. So if we find Jesus' anointed followers, then we know that the source is God.
And here's the thing. Who are they calling the anointed followers? Just friggin' governing body members. People, I have done research that Watchtower on property, they was dumping ink in an area, and they got fined for it. They have covered up child molesting over the years. So how can these idiots will guide you to everlasting water when this meter, no magnifying glass, with this meter your computer, your phone, and this stupid talk comparing Watchtower to be the river of everlasting truth or lake that has nothing but pure nice water taste and nothing in there to be evil. That's what they claim to be. Oh my gosh, this talk really stinks.
Going to be straight from Jehovah. And we'll know then we've found the true religion. Now back in that desert, you're not in a car by yourself. There's a group of you. You're a rock collecting club, and you're on a small bus, and the bus is broken down. You've gone to look for water. Now you've found water. What are you going to do? It comes natural. Go back and tell the others. I found life-saving water. Religious.
Oh, that is you as the one, or standing by the cart. You are the one that has the life-saving water from Watchtower, from the 7, 8 idiots claiming that the water source that is pure is going to them. If you can't go on the internet and Google Jehovah's Witnesses Australia court, Jehovah's Witnesses pedophiles, go on YouTube, Jake Control, and see it's nothing but Jehovah's Witnesses elders, Jeffrey Jackson, in the courtroom, and the courtroom is having a field day showing how ignorant this religion is. That's the reason why these court cases was allowed to be on YouTube. And that's the reason why Jehovah's Witnesses are waking up. When they saw these elders was told to destroy evidence, told to not to call the police, told not to warn the public or people in the kingdom hall who was a pedophile. Can you count that? How much percentage of damage particles in Watchtower's everlasting water? Heck, just that little bit of information right there probably shot it up to 100. That's not even counting all the other stuff, false prophecies, got money in cigarettes, war weapons, and all the other dirty secrets. And they think those 8 men is the ones gonna turn bad water into clean water. They don't have that power, people, and they never will. They can turn good water into bad water, but the problem is they started off with bad water. The meter already showed this, from Charles T. Russell, Judge Rutherford, Nathan Knorr, Freddie Franz, and everybody else today. And the water kept getting badder and badder and badder and badder. And guess what? It's killing people. By the false blood policy, not allowed to have organ transplants, all this stuff they have done. There's no clean water, people. If you use that, use the talk, use the gear, and you know I'm telling you the God's truth. Let's continue.
Truth. And so, as we said, many people of those 39,000, most if not all, say they have religious truth. They might share it with a few other religions that they altogether have it. But we need to make sure that we check it out. Now, if you were in that desert and then you came up with that water, if you had a conductivity meter, you could just check the water and you'd know. We have a conductivity meter, and it is God's written word, the Bible. And it's really a very simple...
No! That's a lie! Don't make me go get that poison Bible that I haven't even took the wrapper off. That polluted book will raise this meter up by another 100. By another 100, this meter will affect the water. Because that Bible, what you would call a Bible, has twisted so many lies in it. Just their Bible alone has killed many people, mentally, physically, even caused them to commit suicide. So how in the world has their Bible has done any good to anyone? The only good that Bible has done for me and others by ripping the false lies they put in it. And boy, we had fun finding lies in it. And I remember the video, and I made the video when they announced that they added Jehovah's name 4 or 5 more times. I can't remember. 4 or 5 more times in the Bible. Now these people has wrote the Bible so many times with a God Jehovah. Where in the world did you fit the name Jehovah? Oh, I know when that verse was pointed to Christ. Like in Revelation, it said, I'm the Alpha and Omega. And they added the name Jehovah to that one. But you read 3 verses above that, when it mentioned he died. He died. When did the Father died? When did Christ's Father died? He didn't. So that Alpha Omega apparently was talking about Christ. Means he had no beginning. And he won't have no end. So they took something away from Christ to protect their false god Jehovah. Let's continue a little bit more.
Yes, it takes work, but it's simple to do, and that is we check to see if what they teach goes along with what the Bible teaches. Now you think, am I going to do this 39,000 different times? No, a lot of them teach the same thing that might be false, and so if we find that they're teaching something that's false, we know it's not the true religion, and that might take in a whole bunch of the 39,000. So just to show you how to...
See, he's going to come out with a bunch of nonsense, which, you know, we can say here, agree or disagree. But the facts and the evidence, he said when you have the proper machine to prove...
Here's what I found on the web for will you have the proper machine. Have a look.
Thank you, Siri. I got it in my hands. The telephone. And this meter. Meter can tell you what's bad and good in water. The other machine can tell you good and bad in Watchtower's water. So people, it's your choice. Use technology the way it's meant to be used. Unless you want to be like in those other false religions that are not allowed you to have telephones, not allow you to have the internet or anything. So you have to believe what they tell you, and you're in a cult. You're in a cult with Jehovah's Witnesses. Now I hope this talk and me breaking it down for you and prove to you this meter did help me and help you by using the talk that they made, that I could use this meter and see how much poison, what makes whatever in that water to make that water so bad that it would make this meter go sky high in the red zone. Green's good, red means it is bad. Now, I tested a guy's water. If my memory serves me right, he was told that his water was good drinking water. When I showed him what his water was, his was hitting 200. He was shocked. Mine just had a real bad taste to it. But his, I drank that water before. I wouldn't drink it no more, because of this meter. How you know Jehovah's Witnesses is not lying to you? You got a meter right here. You got a meter in front of you. If you've got a computer, are you going to go out in the desert or go to the Kingdom Hall and not have the proper materials to determine what's coming from that platform? Is it from God, or is it from a wicked organization? Or you could just go and be ignorant and cause people to die, just like that person was supposed to be the one that was supposed to have all the water, everything on the bus for 15-20 people, and not even them, not even bring no water. Your choice, people. That's all I got to say. Bye for now.